Welcome back to Jersey Matters. I'm Larry Menti. The fastest growing municipality in the state of New Jersey is Lakewood in Ocean County. That's because of an influx of Orthodox Jews, and with them come synagogues, Orthodox schools, community centers, and they are all tax exempt. That means there's a large population that feels like they are paying an unfair percentage of the overall taxes, especially seniors. Representing them today is Tom Gatti, chairman of the Senior Action Group. What can you do about it?
There's very little that we can do because the growth will continue. There's a plan that in the next 10 years, the Orthodox plan on doubling the population. And as they double the population, more schools are needed, more synagogues will be needed. And as they build these different schools and synagogues, they are tax exempt.
I'm wondering how many synagogues, how many schools are needed for that population. I read the number and it seems to be high. There
are schools that have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of students in them. There are some schools that have 10, 15, 20 students in there, and they just seem to be, the amount of schools needed seems to be growing exponentially with the growth in population.
And these are all private schools, religious schools, and making them all tax exempt. However, yes, the bus service to those schools, I would assume taxpayers have to pay for, right?
There's courtesy busing is mandated by the state of New Jersey. If in fact a student between the grades of 1 and 9 live under 2 miles, they are supposed to walk. 9 through 12, if they live under 2.5 miles, they're supposed to walk. But the town has elected to give courtesy busing, which basically gets all the children to school.
So just a couple blocks away, you can get to school.
Yep. And that courtesy busing costs us about between $16 and $18 million a year.
Since this has been happening, how have your taxes grown?
I've been in Lakewood for about 9 years, and my taxes have almost doubled.
And what exactly is your fight? What are you saying? That just that you're paying an unfair share of the taxes? Is that it?
Well, if it can be proven that what we're paying is what's needed, and that the money is being spent properly, I don't think anybody has any problem paying their fair share of taxes. But 60% of every dollar that we pay go to the Board of Education and schools, and there isn't a senior anywhere in any of the communities that has a child in school. So
you don't think you should be paying anything for the schools?
No, we absolutely should be. We absolutely should be paying, and we have no problem with that. It's just that our concern is that in our opinion, we're just concerned that there are excesses that seem to be there.
Let me figure out the excesses. It's the fact that there are so many schools and you could consolidate some of these schools. Would that help?
Certainly, and the way the busing is structured, there can be you can't have boys and girls on the same bus. Can't do it. If there's a boys' school here and a boys' school there, they each want their own bus. There's no commingling, even though they're boys and boys. So there are a lot of things that we just find to be unusual because, if I'm not mistaken, up in Muncie, where there's a tremendous Orthodox population, they just put a sheet right down the middle of the bus, boys on one side, girls on the other side, but that doesn't seem to happen in Lakewood. So in our opinion, we're just concerned that we'd like to find ways that we can consolidate and save money. If it's a boys' school and a boys' school, why can't one bus pick them up? Now what we've been able to do, we've been able to tier where we stagger the pickup times and the release times, where if you need 800 buses, if everyone was being picked up at 9 o'clock, we've got some children that are picked up at 8:45, some at 9, some at 9:15, and by doing that, we can cut the amount of buses in half.
With this influx, are they now controlling city government as well?
Well, the town is run by 5 committeemen. 3 are Orthodox, 2 are not. The other thing that concerns us is seemingly the unbridled building of not even schools, just homes. Homes are going up everywhere, and when they build more homes, more schools, tax exempt, ratables disappear.
And your rates keep going up.
Yep.
because you're paying for
Yep.
that population. Do you just have to move?
The infrastructure, at this point now, can't really deal with the population growth. I mean, anybody that wants to drive in Lakewood down Route 9, bring lunch, because you're going to be stuck there for a long time. So we're worried about essential services. Can the fire engines get through? Can the ambulances get through? God forbid if there's a child that's choking or a heart attack. They're just the density and the amount of building that's going on and the lack of improving the infrastructure is scary.
All right, Tom, thank you so much for coming in. We will get the other side, a representative of the Orthodox, to come in, if we'll at least make the offer to them, if they'll come in and give their side of the story, but we'd love to have you back.
Be happy to do
talk
it.
more about your fight. Tom Gatti is the chairman of the Senior Action Group in Lakewood, New Jersey. When we come back, a brave mother who is using her child's affliction to help teach others.